Welcome back to Canham Natatorium in Ann Arbor for semifinal number 2 of the 2022 National Collegiate Women's Water Polo Championship. The number 2 USC Trojans taking on the number 3 California Golden Bears. Scott Sudikoff back with you here on NCAA.com, getting set to bring you the action with the winner of this one. Moving on to take on number 1 Stanford in tomorrow's national championship game. Stanford with a 10-7 win earlier today over UCLA. Stanford never trailed UCLA, though kept it close as 3 goals. The final margin was also the largest lead that Stanford had the entire day. USC at 19-3. They went 6-0 in the MPSF regular season under Marco Pinterich, his 3rd year as the Trojan head coach with a 53-5 record. Of course, the defending national champions, the Trojans looking for their first back-to-back national titles in program history. Cal at 17-5. They went 3-3 in the MPSF season. Coralie Simmons, 6th-year head coach, a UCLA graduate where she won a national title back in 2001 and a silver medalist at the 2000 Olympics in Sydney. Her team coming off the 10-4 win over Michigan yesterday, in which Michigan scored a season-low 4 goals in that game. Great defensive effort by Cal yesterday. Starting in goal for USC is Caroline Stern. She started yesterday, and she had 9 saves in 3 quarters against Fresno State. Did not play in the 4th. She's a junior, and she was 4th in the MPSF with an 8.19 goals against average. On the other side for Cal, it'll be Isabelle Williams, who was a star for the Bears yesterday. She stopped 3 of 4 penalty shots against her from Michigan, and she made 12 saves overall. The junior from Severna Park, Maryland, helping to lead her team to this national semifinals. The whistle blows, and we are underway. First quarter, Cal and USC, the winners of the national championship game. Trojans get the first offensive attack. This is Grace Tehaney, who had 4 points yesterday, a goal and 3 assists. Tehaney manning things at the top of the offense. Now, this is Paige Hochschild into the hand of Bailey Weber. Sophia Lucas, 8 to shoot. Back out top, Hochschild. A right side shot was taken by Tehaney, denied by Isabelle Williams. Williams, first team all MPSF goalie, led the league over 10.5 saves per game. 2 regular season meetings, or I should say 1 regular season meeting and 1 MPSF playoff meeting, both won by USC. They won in the MPSF semifinals 10-8. In the regular season, it was a 13-7 win for the Trojans. A save made by Caroline Stern, so both teams come up empty on their first offensive possession. USC second time on offense now, Sophia Lucas. Senior from Laguna Beach, here near side Weber. Tehaney. 9 on the shot clock for USC. Weber, cross-pool pass into a double team, 3 to shoot. And it is Alejandra Osner getting a shot off. And this one was touched by Isabelle Williams, so it's a corner throw. On the other side, there was not a Caroline Stern save, as it was off the bar before. Fresh shot clock here for the Trojans. Hochschild, one of the captains, had 6 points yesterday, 3 goals, 3 assists. There's a catch by Weber and a shot and a save. A shot and a score, I should say. Williams had a piece of it, but not enough to make the stop. Weber from Tehaney. First goal of the tournament for Weber and her 51st of the season. Two-time All-American for the Trojans. USC with a 1-0 lead. Chase Salvino rises up, has it denied. Stern, credit for that save. Stern, who had 7 saves at the MPSF semi against Cal. 5 saves in the first meeting. She had 12 saves and allowed 15 goals over the course of the 2 games. As there's a save made by Williams against a shot from Hochschild. Williams, 4th all-time in Cal history, with over 235 saves this season. Exclusion drawn by the Golden Bears. Off goes Weber. Power play for Cal. They were 2 for 6 yesterday against Michigan on the power play. They were 5 for 16 in the 2 meetings with USC over the course of the year, and they will not score here. Turned over by the Golden Bears. USC possession leading 1-0. And the first power play of the day there for either side. 1-0 Trojans. Girall needs 2 goals for 100. Denied number 99 by Isabelle Williams. 2 goals for 100 in her career. And she has 30 this season. Williams starts up the offense for Cal. Salvino. Long range shot, that's in off of Stern. Put in by Ruby Swadling. Tying the game up for California. Swadling, who has been a big goal scorer in the postseason for the Golden Bears, had 6 goals in the 2 MPSF tournament games. And now she has her first goal of the NCAAs after 3 assists yesterday. Also had a couple of steals. Sophomore from Sydney, Australia, tying it up for Cal, 1-1. USC, 7-time national champions. California has never won a national title. They've been to the national championship game 1 time. That was in 2011 when they lost to Stanford in this very building. Stanford, of course, waits in this year's national title game as well. Defense by Cal. Creates the steal. Isabelle Williams looks to outlet the offense. Long pass does connect here for the Bears. That one, though, got knocked down and stolen by USC. Tehaney, credit for the steal. Here come the Trojans in a 1-1 game. Coming up on 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Weber the goal for USC. Swadling for Cal. We've had 1 power play thus far. Cal did not score on it. Vandeweghe, who had a good game yesterday, misses the frame. 2 goals and an assist against Fresno State yesterday for the freshman from Laguna Hills. Remaining a 1-1 game here. In the middle, Georgia Gilmore got fouled, and a penalty shot has been awarded for the Golden Bears. Gilmore, who played a lot more yesterday due to foul trouble to Kitty Lynn Youstra. And Gilmore played very well, drew an exclusion yesterday, draws a penalty shot here. That'll be taken by Emma Wright, the co-captain of the Canadian Olympic team, who had 3 goals and an assist yesterday and has her first goal here today. The penalty shot puts the Golden Bears in front, 2-1. So let's see the foul that was drawn by Georgia Gilmore. Giving the penalty shot on the back there was Hani Vandeweghe. And then the finish by Emma Wright to give Cal its first lead of the semifinals. Coralie Simmons has to be happy with her team's start after falling behind 1-0. 83-44 record over her 6 years as head coach. Vandeweghe with the pass for the Trojans. First time USC's been behind today. Williams with the denial, and then a second chance. And Williams has control. Stopped the shot from Tilly Kearns, who had a big day yesterday. 3 goals on 4 shots against Fresno State. And then a second chance was swatted in on goal by Kearns. And Williams with 2 stops in a row. Foul whistled on Girol. Less than 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Cecily Turner for the Golden Bears. And a foul drawn by Roseanne Vorvelt. Another foul USC. They thought that they had a steal with Tilly Kearns. Shot clock was winding down though. Thrown on goal there. Easy stop for Caroline Stern against the attempt from Cecily Turner. Sophia Lucas to the top, Hochschild. Vandeweghe skips it, Lucas goes high with it. Underneath the crossbar, excellent shot by Sophia Lucas. Tying it up for USC. Her first goal, the NCAAs, and her 13th of the season. Good diagonal skip pass by Hani Vandeweghe. And the fake drew the defender, Vorvelt, out of position. And Lucas went high with it. The MPSF Coach of the Year, Marco Pinterich, was a national NCAA champion and Player of the Year in his playing days for USC. We're tied at 2, a minute 10 to go, first quarter. Defense by Alejandra Osnar. Foul drawn on Kearns. Emma Singer now in the middle, and that's going to draw an exclusion, and the USC sideline does not believe the call. And Cal's going to call a timeout to set up what they want to do on the power play. So foul, an exclusion called with 57 seconds left in the first quarter. 30-second timeout called by Cal. They will go to the power play for the second time today. Did not convert on the first one. USC has not yet had a power play. USC started off with a 1-0 lead and then a 2-1 advantage. I should say a 1-0 lead, and then Cal came back for the 2-1 advantage, and now USC tied it up most recently on a Sophia Lucas goal. And here on the power play are the Golden Bears, looking to retake the lead in the final minute of the first quarter. Bounce is off the bottom side of the crossbar on the shot by Shea Salvino. Whistles went against Cal. And they called an exclusion on Salvino after that shot, so she's heading off here. Power play USC. Williams, 2 saves. She made the initial save, and then it ricocheted off of either a teammate or the Trojan there in front, and it was headed back towards the goal line, and she reaches back and gets it. So there's the save, and then it went off her teammates, and she had to reach back and grab it. Up the other side, not enough time for Cal. And so with that save by Williams, it sends us into the first quarter break, tied at 2. The Trojans and the Bears. Isabelle Williams with 6 first quarter saves. Caroline Stern made 2, and it's 2-2 after 1 here in Ann Arbor. Isabelle Williams continues to be a force in goal for California. She made 6 saves in the first quarter, including a situation there at the tail end. She made an initial shot, deflected off of a teammate, and then headed back towards the goal, and she reached back in time before it just floated over the goal line, keeping this game 2-2. USC led 1-0 to begin things. Cal then scored 2 straight. But the Trojans, on a goal by Sophia Lucas, tied it back up. Lucas and Weber, the USC goal scorers, Swadling and Wright. For Cal, Wright's goal was a penalty shot. Trojans with possession to begin the second quarter. Pass skipped across by Weber. And that clings not in. That was another close one. It had Williams beat, but it stays out. Another look at it here. Oh. That was close. That's all I'll say. As on the other side, ball retrieved by Cecily Turner, but then taken away by Alejandra Osnar. Minute and 15 gone by here in the second quarter. Isabelle Williams getting some help from the post a few moments ago, and that one off the post again. This time it's in. How many different times is this going to happen here, where the ball is seemingly centimeters away from that goal line? This time it is ruled a goal for Sophia Lucas. Her second goal. This one clearly in there, and the Trojans, who thought they had a goal a few moments ago, get one there, and it's 3-2 USC. Lucas, now 29 goals in her career, 14 this season, with her first 2 of the weekend today. USC reassumes a 1-goal lead. Exclusion whistled on USC. Cal to the power play. They're 0 for 1 on the power play, but did score on a penalty shot. And there's a big-time stop by Stern. Reagan Whitney with that attempt fired in. Whitney, who had a goal on 2 shots yesterday for the Bears against Michigan. Now Whitney trying to battle again 1-on-3. And USC's defense able to survive the 5-on-6 disadvantage. Grace DeHaney credited with a steal. She had 2 of those yesterday. Trojan possession, up by 1. Thought for a moment that Bailey Weber was about to make it 2, but she could not put it on goal. Williams the pass up the right side. Swadling. Take it under. Foul. Swadling shoots. And off the crossbar and down out of the goal. They've gone back and forth in this game. USC scored first. Cal then scored 2 straight. And now USC 2 consecutive tallies. USC looking for the first 2-goal lead of the game. Here all fouled. It's an exclusion. Power play Trojans. Their second opportunity. USC was 1 for 6 yesterday on the power play. They were 8 for 18 in the 2 games this year against Cal. DeHaney to Hochschild. Skips it. Penalty time is over. There's a field block. That was Joustra who had the block. Fresh shot clock for the Trojans. DeHaney. Gives to Hochschild, right back to DeHaney. feels the pressure, gets rid of it, and then somehow in that Girol gets a shot off that goes off of the crossbar and down for Isabelle Williams. Seems to be a magnet for the ball on those post and crossbar on that side of the pool. Getting fouled, Swadling. Less than 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Save Stern. Denying another try by Reagan Whitney. Caroline Stern now with 4 saves in goal for the Trojans. She's trying to match the play of Isabelle Williams on the other side, who has 6 saves, all that came in the first quarter. Turnover by USC, an offensive foul. And winning that ball in the corner, USC with a solid defensive play. Stern now looks to move it ahead to Haney, credited for another steal. Weber for the Trojans. 2-time All-American for USC, who along with Girol and Haney are all planning to return next year for a 5th year with USC. Skipped, and Williams gets across to make the save. Good offense, better goalkeeping by Isabelle Williams. .240 to go, second quarter. Trojans by 1. Sabrina Garabet thought she had a steal and some transition the other way, but the foul is called instead. Swadling out to the top, Whitney. Sophomore from Los Angeles gets it over to Salvino. Shot clock was at 2. She threw it off the crossbar. Stern uncontested to go get it. Earlier today, Stanford beat UCLA 10-7 to get to the national championship game. They're in the crowd watching to see who their opponent will be. Haney. Exclusion, Cal leads to a timeout by USC. So they'll have a power play after a full timeout here. 1:52 left in the second quarter. USC 3, Cal 2. Power play for the Trojans when we come back. USC on the power play as they quickly got back going here. Even strength now officially as Cal trying to get back into defensive position. It shot high by Tilly Kearns. It'll be Cal ball. So the Trojans now 0 for 3 on the power play. Cal also 0 for 3, but they have collected a goal on their 1 penalty shot chance. Got 2 ties, 2 lead changes in this first half. And a close, tightly contested battle. That ball was in there for Salvino, and she drew a foul. And they are getting a penalty shot. It'll be Emma Wright that'll get to take it for the second time today. Emma Wright looking to tie it up for the Golden Bears on the penalty. Haney was called for the penalty foul. Save by Stern. So Stern has stopped now one of the 2 penalty shots from Wright and the Golden Bears, keeping it 3-2 USC with less than a minute to go. Girol fouled. And now Cal sent off an exclusion. Another ball off the crossbar, but the rebound is batted in. Bailey Weber scores it. A power play goal for the Trojans. And it is 4-2 USC. First time neither team has gone up by a pair. Kearns off of the bar. And Weber picking up the loose change. 4-2 USC with 44 seconds left. So now Cal, 10-second difference between the shot clock and the second quarter clock, down by a pair. This is Wright. Long diagonal to the far side. Osnar called for a foul. 15 on the shot clock. Wright inside. Georgia Gilmore trying to spin her way towards the goal. Drew an exclusion on the Trojans. Power play for Cal. 13 seconds left in the quarter. Trying to get to halftime down by 1. Gilmore with 5 seconds. Now with 3, 2, 1. They don't get a shot off. And that will do it for the first half. USC scores the final 3 goals of the first half. And at halftime, it is USC 4, Cal 2, a spot in the national championship game on the line here in Ann Arbor. (4-2) USC leading at halftime of our second semifinal today. Winner moves on to the national championship to take on Stanford tomorrow. USC, they scored first in this game. Got a tally from Bailey Weber. Then Cal, they tied it up and eventually took a 2-1 lead. It was 2-2 after 1. But goalie play terrific. Isabelle Williams for Cal. She made 7 first-half saves. And then on the other side, Caroline Stern, not to be denied. She made 6 saves, including stopping a penalty shot from Emma Wright. You had a lot of close calls on the other side here. USC putting a lot of shots off the post and off the crossbar. And there's a look at your first-half stats. The shooting percentages, 18% for Cal, 22% for USC. Neither team all that successful on the power play, but Cal matching with a penalty shot goal, the one power play goal that the Trojans had. Third quarter, Trojans on offense, 4-2. Scott Sudikoff here with you in Ann Arbor. Stanford beat UCLA earlier, 10-7. They await in the national championship. Hochschild to Weber. Weber getting it back here. Shot clock at 8 for the Trojans. 3 to shoot. And now Weber. And it skips high off the crossbar, but right back out to Grace Tahaney. Fresh 35 for the Trojans. Here's Alejandra Osnar. Trojans with a pair of 2-goal scores. Another crossbar off a shot from Tilly Kearns. I think 3 of her shots have hit the crossbar in this game. At least 2 of them. Had Williams beat. Up the other side. Here come the Golden Bears. Their goal scored by Swadling and Wright on a penalty shot. That gets batted out to Salvino, who had a goal yesterday for Cal. Field block by the Trojans. Osnar comes away with it. I think she and Kearns both combined for that block. The ball loose, and retrieving it for the Golden Bears is Swadling, and Cal gets another chance. In the middle, it got away from Yaustra. And it's USC possession. Race to Haney, stolen, Swadling, then draws a foul on to Haney. Just over 2 minutes gone by in the third quarter, remaining 4-2 in favor of Southern California. Breakaway the other side here for the Trojans to Haney, in on Williams, off of the post again for USC. Trojans re-attacking here. Kearns. Tilly Kearns tied up. Play continues. Williams challenges and Kearns scores her first of the day and her 4th from the last 2 days. The Olympian from Australia. 60th goal this season, 89 now in her career. And USC leads by 3, 5-2. USC, 5 goals on 21 shots. And how many of those 16 that haven't gone in? Let's see, 16 shots that haven't gone in the goal. 7 that have been saved. So that's 9 shots that have either been off target or definitely have seen 5, 6 posts, crossbars for the Trojans. Backhand, no look finish. Emma Wright, her 2nd goal. And Cal finally scores. For the first time in a while, they had gone scoreless for at least the last 11 minutes, dating back into the first quarter. It was 2-2 after 1. 4-2 USC at halftime. And now it's 5-3 off of Wright's 53rd goal of the season and her 5th in the tournament. Haney in possession for USC. Out top, Hani Vandeweghe. Getting to it, Sabrina Garabet, who has won 2 national championships in her 5-year career at USC. She wants a 3rd. She gets a foul, an exclusion drawn. Power play USC. Haney, up top, Vandeweghe. Back to Vandeweghe. Garabet. Vandeweghe. Couple of seconds left on the power play to Haney. Vandeweghe. And the finish by Bailey Weber. Her 3rd today. So after not scoring yesterday, Bailey Weber with 3 today. 53 on the year. And the Trojans back up by 3. Thought officially that was after the power play time had ended, but showing to me as a power play goal officially. I don't think USC really cares whether or not it was, just that it's a goal. 6-3 USC halfway through the third quarter. Vandeweghe picked up that assist. And now Cal a chance to answer. They're 0 for 4 on the power play, and Corley Simmons wants a timeout before this power play really gets going, sensing that it's a situation in which they must score here, down by 3, 6-3. It's a full timeout called by the Golden Bears with 3:53 left to go in the third quarter. USC doubling up on Cal. Scott Sudikoff back with you at Canham Natatorium in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Second semifinal of the day today. USC, after being down early on, 2-1, tied it at 2 before the first quarter came to an end. USC scored the only 2 goals in the second quarter to be up 4-2 at halftime, and now have led 5-2, and the score now 6-3 here in the third. Power play for Cal, out of the timeout for the Golden Bears. 0 for 4 on the power play thus far today. They have scored a goal on a penalty shot, but earlier one was stopped by Caroline Stern back in the second quarter. That got blocked before it got through. I think Tehaney was the one, and the Trojans come away with it. Tehaney has been terrific defensively. I think that she's been credited for at least 2 or 3 steals. And a block there. And up the other end for the USC offense. They draw a penalty shot chance. And Tilly Kearns will swim on to take it after Hochschild drew it. Chance to go up by 4 for Tilly Kearns and the Trojans. Isabelle Williams made 3 penalty shot saves yesterday, and she stops the first one she sees today. Just on the right hand. Thought maybe she's trying to say that it didn't catch her hand, but the ruling is that it did. And a corner throw restarts the action for the Trojans. Tehaney warding off her defender. Hochschild shoots, blocked. Vorvelt was in the way. Williams goes and gets it. Cal ball down by 3. 2:50 left to go in the third quarter. The Trojans beat the Bears both times they've met this year. As that skipped wide by Cecily Turner. The game they played in the MPSF semifinals was just a 2-goal final, 10-8. USC won that day. Bailey Weber has got a 3-goal game. Hochschild, who had a 3-goal game yesterday. Shot clock at 12. Tehaney. Diagonal across the pool with 5. Down to 3 on the shot clock, and shot high. It looked like there was some contact there on Girall. Up high there. Her cap coming a bit off. 2 minutes left in the third. Turner tipped by Tehaney. Over to it, Swadlik. Turner. Pass into the middle. We got a foul on Cal. Turning it over to USC. And Cal will be called for an exclusion. And USC will call a timeout with 1:33 to go in the third. And they will have a power play after this full timeout here. Already on top 6-3 in this national semifinal game. We'll be back in a moment here in Ann Arbor. USC 6, Cal 3. It'll be a Trojan power play when play resumes here. An exclusion on Emma Wright. Georgia Gilmore has 2 exclusions for Cal and 1 player for the Trojans with 2, Hani Vandeweghe. It was 2-2 after 1. Trojans led 4-2 at halftime. Took a 5-2 lead early on here in the third. Or Cal got back within 2, but the Trojans reassuming a 3-goal advantage. 3 goals in the game by Bailey Weber. Tilly Kearns has scored a goal. Also had a penalty shot denied by Isabelle Williams, who's made 3 saves on, actually she's made 4 saves on penalty shots over the last 2 days for Cal. Power play right now for the Trojans, trying to go up by 4. Errant pass. Over to get it is Weber. Penalty time is up. Even strength. Batted away. That was Turner who got a hand on the pass. And it's Cal ball here with 64 seconds left in the third. Final minute of the third. Vorvelt picks it up. And that goes off the far post. Here on this near left side of your screen, Vorvelt from her position trying to go far side. Trojans with it now. 12-second difference between the shot clock and the third quarter clock. Osnar to the top. Kearns scores. Tilly Kearns with her second goal. And USC builds its lead out to 4, 7-3. Perfect spot placement by Tilly Kearns. No way Isabelle Williams are going to get to that. 23 seconds left. And the Trojans with a 4-goal advantage. Isabelle Williams going to come up and join the offense here in this possible final possession of the third. Williams, they got her back to her. They're collapsing. She'll take the shot, and she's denied by her counterpart to end the third quarter. The Trojans outscore Cal 3-1 in the third, extend their halftime lead from 2 out to 4. We make our turn for home in our second semifinal. It's USC on top of Cal, the Trojans 7 and the Golden Bears 3. Trojans get the sprint, and they have the ball. 7-3 USC. Fourth quarter underway. 8 minutes is what separates them from return to the national championship game where they'll look for their first ever back-to-back titles. Cal needs a 4-goal rally here as they want to get to the national title game for the second time ever in program history and have a chance for their first ever national title. Shot clock winding down here to 6. Haney with 2 and with 1. There'll be a shot clock violation against USC on the first possession of quarter 4. It was 2-2 after 1, 4-2 USC at halftime. And now 7-3 as this fourth quarter starts. Turnover by the Bears. USC has shot 27%, 2 of 6 on the power play, and their one penalty shot denied by Isabelle Williams, who was 4 for 5 in stopping penalty shots this weekend. Cal, 16% shooting, 0 for 5 on the power play, 1 of 2 penalty shots. Caroline Stern answering with a penalty save of her own. There's a backhand no look by Kearns, and that is ruled a goal. Off of the bar and down. So it has to be obviously fully inside that post. Tough to tell from that angle. There, it looks pretty clear though. You can tell that where it hit in the water, that was beyond the goal line. And it's 8-3. We saw Emma Wright do something very similar on the other side of the pool into the third quarter for Cal. It's now 8-3. And Kearns matching her teammate Weber with 3 goals. And Weber picks up an assist there. So Weber has 5 points. 3 goals, 2 assists. Cal in a lot of trouble right now, down 8-3. And USC comes away with, I thought, a steal. That was a foul on the Trojans, and then a shot that's blocked. Girall. Sabrina Garabet fouled. Tahani. 7 on the shot clock. Vandeweghe trying to sneak it in the middle there. Only got halfway across. Williams looking for an outlet. Quickly ahead, and once again, that finish by Emma Wright. And it's the second time she scored a goal like that in her 3rd goal of the game. 8-4. She's trying to keep the Golden Bears in striking distance. No time wasted by Wright. 5:35 remaining. Cal's going to need that defense that was big against Michigan yesterday, only allowing 4 goals. Going to need that here as their fans look on, hoping for the comeback. Lucas drawing a foul. Girall up top for the Trojans. Quick passes to the middle, but deflected away from Vandeweghe. And Cal gets one of those stops that they needed. And they string together 2 or 3 goals in a row here in a quick time span. Really changed the complexion of things. Georgia Gilmore was fouled. Oh, and trying for the quick shot, but not able to catch it cleanly, was Cecily Turner, losing it out of bounds. Osnar has it, and her equipment tugged at there. Osnar. Shot clock at 6, and they call a foul on Cal there. So USC from the corner with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Girall, saved by Williams, trying to keep it in play, not able to. She Tried to direct that out to her teammates to get possession, but instead it's a corner throw for USC and a fresh 35. Eight to 4 USC. They were up by 5 a few moments ago before an Emma Wright goal, her third of the game. Williams with it for the Golden Bears. Only 3:50 left to work with, and they need 4. Getting yanked at was Vorvelt. That's an exclusion. Vandeweghe, and she's out of the game. That's her third. Third exclusion on Vandeweghe, so she's disqualified with 3:34 left. It'll be a power play for Cal and a timeout called by the Golden Bears, a full timeout with 3:34 left to go in the fourth quarter. A must-score situation on the power play for the Bears when we come back. Cal trying to battle back right now, down by 4, but down by as many as 5 here in the fourth quarter. And they will be on a power play when play resumes. They are 0 for 6 on the 6-on-5 today. They have had a couple of penalty shots as well and have scored on one of those. They've gotten 3 goals today from Emma Wright and the other from Ruby Swadling. USC led by a pair of hat tricks. Bailey Weber and Tilly Kearns, and then Sophia Lucas has the other 2. Power play Cal. 3.5 minutes left. Need a big one on the board right now, does Cal, to inch a little bit closer with time winding down. Turner. Blocked. Blocked right in her face by Girall. Trojan possession. Osnar has it for USC, and she is fouled. Tahaney to the right. Hochschild. Shot clock is now at 5. Tahaney will shoot. Denied by Williams. Isabelle Williams now with 10 saves. See, she's looking, wants to get a pass away as quickly as possible. Bounced in. Cecily Turner. Big goal for the Bears. 8-5, 2:23 left. Turner's second of the tournament, 28th of the season. The junior from England helping to reignite the Cal sideline right now. Fakes the pass to the middle and then able to skip it to the far side inside the post. USC could take this under 2 minutes left and at least have a 3-goal lead. Fighting through here, Osnar. Got it off and scores. And USC back up by 4. Alejandra Osnar. Her first goal of the game, her third of the weekend. And that life that Cal just got a few moments ago on the goal by Turner is lessened with that one from Osnar to go back up by 4 for the Trojans. And now it is looking like it'll be Stanford and USC tomorrow. But Cal will get a power play exclusion here against USC. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, no, they did call one. Power play, Cal. Need it quickly. Save by Stern. As she lunged from her left to her right, got it with her right arm, denying Turner. Punches it away. And there's a score. And now a timeout has been called. It's 9-6 USC after the goal. Let's take a look at this last goal. And actually, just a couple of minutes ago, Erin Tharp checked in goal. So it's Tharp who made that save a few moments ago, and then Tharp here who gives up the goal, but it's 9-6. So Tharp came in with 3:34 left to go in this fourth quarter, and we are now at 1:17, so she's been in there for 2 minutes and 17 seconds. And she has made one save and allowed a couple of goals. Stern came out after 28-29 minutes of play, made 7 saves. So the goalie change for the Trojans. 9-6 USC. And Cal scoring most recently. Vorvelt the goal. 9-6 USC ball. Minute 17 left. Both of these teams handed Stanford its losses this year. Stanford 2 losses, 1 to each of these clubs. There's a steal by the Golden Bears. Need the quick attack to get back within 2. That's an exclusion. Power play, 55 seconds left. Quick shot and another save by Tharp. Coming up big in relief. 50 seconds left. Still power play here for the Bears. Turner. That gets deflected in. 9-7, but only 43 seconds left. That goal that got USC to 9 is looming so big right now. That Osnar goal, after she fought through tight defense. 36 seconds left. USC back in their defensive end of the pool here. That's a Bear foul. "24 seconds left, and not going to be enough time here for Cal to score 2 unless they get a quick change right here. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Everybody for USC is going back to the other side to play defense. They just give it up here with 7 seconds on the clock. And Cal is going to run out of time, it appears, as USC will secure a 2-goal victory in the national semifinals and will have a chance for their first ever back-to-back national championships, as they will move on to play Stanford tomorrow in the national title game with a 9-7 win over California here today. As stifling defense by the Trojans, as they had only allowed 3 goals over the first 3 quarters, as Cal mounted a late comeback, but they needed a couple of more minutes. At least another minute on the clock Cal needed here to try and get the full comeback. But USC will meet up with Stanford. I mentioned how USC handed Stanford its only loss this year. Stanford Also handed, of course, USC only one of its 3 losses. So tomorrow it's number 1 Stanford, number 2 Southern California, 2 teams that are combined to lose only 5 times all year. And they'll meet up for the 2022 National Championship game tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific. And you can watch it on ESPNU. USC now 20-3. Cal ends their season at 17-6. So that is going to wrap up our coverage over these 2 days here on NCAA.com at the Women's Water Polo Championships. It has been a terrific 6 days of action over 2 days here in Ann Arbor, and we're down to the final 2, USC and Stanford. I'm Scott Sudikoff saying so long from Ann Arbor. Congratulations to the Cardinal and the Trojans. They meet up in tomorrow's National Championship game. Good night, everybody.